Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. My name is Mimi. I am a psychic medium, and as you guys can see by the title, I am going to be doing a reading on P. Diddy today, but it's going to be a little bit different because when his angels, when I started channeling the information, I quickly realized that it wasn't just going to be a reading that is going to give me as much of what's going on currently, but it was more so going to be a reading on his most recent past life. And I was like, that's very interesting. But then they were telling me that they were going to tie it all together and basically give me a few tidbits on why he reincarnated into this life that he's currently living through right now. And they're going to give me details on what, he didn't get a chance to accomplish in his past life, in his most recent past life. And they're going to give me as many details as they can. So I'm just going to go ahead and start jumping right into it because they're already giving me information. Alright, so I'm being told that, alright, they're already describing him, which is funny. They're showing me that is pretty much Diddy was a man of color. They're showing me that he was like around 5'11". They're showing me this mocha skin tone. They're showing me that these rough working hands. And they're telling me that this was around the 1600s, and they're actually giving me specifically, they're saying 1605. They're saying that he lived in what is now considered Saudi Arabia. Because the reason they're specifying that is because they're saying it was called something different around this time. Okay, and they're showing me that Diddy was this boisterous, full of energy textile merchant, and they're showing me that he actually started out as a man who was selling pots and pans, which is to me hilarious because I can't imagine him selling pots and pans. And they're saying cutlery. Okay, and then they're saying he sort of worked his way up. He first started out selling pots and pans and cutlery, and then they're showing me that he graduated to luxury textiles. They're showing me that he was such a proud man, with this immense work ethic even back then, and they're saying that's one of the things that he brought into this current life as well. And they're telling me that he was he had such an immense work ethic, and he had an unwavering vision also for who he wanted to be and how far he wanted to go in life. And they're showing me that not only was he ambitious in this past life, and they're showing me that he had a laser focus and basically tunnel vision when it came to climbing up the ladder. Okay, so they're showing me that he knew from very early on that he wanted to be successful, that he was going to be successful. Now I am being shown he had 2 wives in this past life, and woof, okay, 14 children. Holy. Okay, so they're saying the wives thing, that was common back then, very common, even more so than now. Because I'm being shown that in this culture now, it's more of a a choice thing to have more than one wife. But back then it was unheard of to just have one wife. It was unheard of, is what they're telling me. So before you guys freak out about that, just know that polygamy was the norm. It was actually seen as odd if you didn't have more than one wife, or you would be considered poor, is what I'm being told. Okay, but they're showing me that he used everything to his advantage because A, he was smart, B, he was a planner and a thinker, and I'm being told he also considered himself a philosopher in that lifetime as well. He knew very early on what he wanted, that he wanted to be a part of the elite. And so basically every move that he made was strategic. Everything from selling enough of his pots and pans to own his own textile shop, everything from choosing the right marriage contracts, I'm being told, for his children, to make sure that they would be well off or would benefit from it as well, and that he would benefit from it as well. And I'm being told he had, okay, they're getting specific. I'm being told he had 10 daughters and 4 sons. Okay, actually, okay, now they're clarifying even more. I'm being told he actually had 18 children, but the ones that he considered his children were the 14, because those were the ones within the marriage. Those were the ones within the marriage, and those are the ones that he actually got a chance to those are the kids that he got a chance to raise, basically, and mold. Now, the reason why his angels are focusing so much on his family and his children is because they're saying that these are basically significant souls in that past life and in this current one, because a lot of them did reincarnate in this lifetime along with him. Actually, I'm being told the majority of them did. Now, obviously, we all know that P. Diddy does not have 18 children in this lifetime, so um, I'm being told that there are many other souls, many other people in his life that Diddy will come across, or has already come across, that he will help. And I'm being told it's going to be career-wise, financially, mentorship, and I'm being told that these people will feel like family to him, even though they're not blood related. And that's because in that past life, they were actually his blood relations, okay? And the angels are showing me, and that's another thing, you guys, like, when it comes to past lives and reincarnating, like, the souls don't really, they don't get specific about it before they leave heaven and come back on earth. Everyone is just, that's part of your soul family, feels like family, when you're up there. And when you come back here, you sort of get that sense of feeling. I'm going to do a video about like soul family and soul tribe to explain a little bit more about that for some of you, because I get a lot of questions about this from clients anyway. Okay, but back to the story. Okay, a lot of these people are in his life today, even though some of them are not blood related, like I said, are going to feel like family to him. Okay, so now the angels are taking me to his eldest son, and they're saying that this is very important. Okay, his eldest son in the past life, not in this one. Okay, so they're telling me that his eldest son in that past life was his pride and joy, you guys. They're telling me that this boy was basically tall, healthy, smart, exceptionally talented. They're showing me that his eldest son in that past life was basically how his entire family, Diddy's entire family in that past life came to gain their wealth, came to gain their status. And they're showing me that this boy was a singer. Talent, like so much talent oozing out of him. And they're showing me not only could he sing, but he was a poet. And he was one of those people that was just basically charming. He had this pull to him where you couldn't even ignore him if you wanted to. Like, when he was performing, it was almost as if he would have the crowd just mesmerized, is what they're showing me and telling me here. And they're showing me that it opened up a lot of doors for the entire family. Basically, they started to gain, wealth beyond what they were used to, because, he was performing for the elite, is what they're showing me. His eldest son in this past life was, the reason the entire family climbed the social ladder as a result. And I am being shown that in this past life, things were going great for Diddy's family. They were gaining wealth, they were gaining recognition, they were gaining respect. Basically, he was having his dream, and ambitions realized. Now, I am being shown that everything was going good until this one man stepped into the picture. I'm being told this man also reincarnated in this current lifetime with Diddy, and that they know each other. But yeah, the angels are showing me that this specific man was also a social climber, but he went about it in such a dark and sinister way. First of all, this man targeted like orphans, young people who didn't really have the full support of their family or their parents, to basically use them to climb up socially, to get to where he wanted to get as far as wealth. And this is so sick, but I'm being told that this man that stepped in and basically, I'm being told, ruined Diddy's life in this past life, collected basically like orphans and children and people who didn't have family like chess pieces, Um, and if ever he came across anyone that he couldn't get, anyone he couldn't control, anyone whose talents he couldn't benefit from, he would take them out, is what I'm being told. Um, and the reason why the angels are saying this is they're saying that basically this man in this past life is the man that came in between Diddy and his eldest son. Okay? So they're showing me that he tried to get in between them, you know, and when he realized that he couldn't, he basically, okay, ooh, okay. I didn't need to see that. I'm sorry, they were showing me like the death scene. I hate when they show me that. Like, I don't, oh my God. Sorry, guys. Basically, he took out Diddy. He killed him. I mean, now, the point of this is that the angels are trying to bring me back to. Sorry, I got completely distracted when they showed me. I don't even, I don't like death scenes. I can't even watch them in movies. But the reason they're showing me this, it's very important. They're saying that these three, um, Diddy obviously is in this lifetime. They're saying that his eldest son in that past life, and this other man that tried to come in between him and cost Diddy his life in this past life, have all reincarnated in this current one to balance out the karmas, to fix shit basically that they didn't get a chance to fix while they were alive in that one. Um, but they're also showing me that it hasn't really been successful, so to speak. And they're saying that Diddy and this man have had several past lives together. He's also had several past lives with this specific eldest son that he had in that past life. I hope I'm not confusing you guys, but they're showing me that in this current life, ooh, okay, they're showing me that in this current life, Diddy's eldest son in that past life was actually Christopher Wallace, Biggie. Ooh, that's a doozy. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Um, and they're showing me that the man that comes in between them, and they're saying that this is like a repeated karmic thing that keeps happening over and over again in multiple past lives. They're saying that this man always comes in between them. Um, and they're showing me who the man is in this current lifetime, but I'm like blanking out um, on his name, and that's probably for protection reasons. Um, I have this thing, guys, like when my angels don't want me to get sued, like they'll blank out the complete name of the person. Okay, but I know who this is. Like, he's the guy, he's that big guy, the one who's currently in jail for running over someone, like the one who was in charge of that, record, big record label deal. I think it's the one that Tupac was in. That one, that guy. I know his name, like I know his name, but they won't let me say it. So I'm completely blanking out. This is funny as hell. But yeah, they're saying that that guy in the past life is the one that came in between Diddy and his son. He's the one that basically took him out of that life. And they're saying that they, the three of them, Biggie, Diddy, and this guy have had multiple past lives that they keep repeating to try to avoid the same disaster from happening again. But in each and every single one of them, almost like this guy, whose name I can't remember, keeps taking out one of them. He'll take out this guy, he'll take out Diddy, or he'll take out Biggie. Ooh, wait a minute. Did they ever solve Biggie's case? Ooh, okay. But yeah. Um, the other thing they're showing me, guys, is that they're showing me that this is so weird because they're showing me that Biggie knew he was gonna die on a soul level. He knew, like he knew he was gonna die on a soul level, and they're showing me that before he reincarnated into this life, there was an understanding that they were going to try to balance out and get things right in this past life where they would both live, I'm being told, a long, healthy, and prosperous life, and pick up from where they left off in that past life, and basically, be just as successful here, eat and get that bag and just be a success. But I'm being told that they made a pact that in this life, since Diddy was killed in that past life, that Christopher Wallace, Biggie, would sacrifice himself in this one. Because on a soul level, and this is crazy, they're showing me that on a soul level, he felt that he felt like he cheated Diddy in that past life out of, that dream of living that lavish life, that dream of everything he worked so hard for to provide for them all. That's crazy. But yeah, that's what they're oh, and you guys, I just randomly wanted to point out that, I don't know if you guys care or not, but I'm being told that Kim, the late Kim, the mother of his children, was actually one of the wives, so they've had plenty of past lives together. And I'm also being told that the other lady, I think her name is Misa, was the other wife as well. Yeah, but the biggest thing the angels are telling me for Diddy in this current life is that a lot of these people who were his family members in that past life, he's gonna have to figure out a way to balance out the karma that wasn't really resolved in that past life. I'm being told there's gonna be this energy around Diddy that people are gonna be like, oh well, he doesn't pay his artists enough, or he doesn't really take care of his artists the way he should. And the angels are telling me that this is gonna seem crazy to you guys, but this is actually a karmic balance, because in that past life he took care of all those people. He basically built a life of luxury for them that they were able to enjoy in that past life that he was supposed to enjoy along with them. But because he was taken out energetically and karmically, a lot of these people owe him now. So I know that sounds bad, but you can't really escape karma. It's one of those things. If you owe somebody karmically, you're gonna pay, whether it's in this current life or on the next one. And they're showing me that you guys are gonna be hearing a lot of situations where some of his old artists are gonna come out and say, oh, he didn't pay us this way, he didn't pay us that way. But that's just, it's one of those things. It's karma being balanced out from a past life. And some of these people are probably going to watch this and be like, girl, whatever. He needs to pay us our money, but you guys sort of owe him from a past life. So it's going to be a lot of this energetically coming up. A lot of family members, people who aren't technically his family by blood in this lifetime, but who were part of his family by blood in that past life, I feel that are still paying their dues today to him, are still helping make him rich, is what I'm being told. And this is a karmic balance. So yeah, that's one thing that I did want to point out for you guys, so some of you guys can understand and sort of see how it works a little bit. Yeah, see what. So do you guys have any people in your life that you feel you can't shake? People who for some reason you feel like you owe them, or vice versa, people who feel like they owe you, people you just have a one of those strong pull and attachments to, and they may very well be a past life connection, and you guys may need to, it may be one of those situations where the karma has to be balanced out in this one. so that you guys don't have to reincarnate and, try to repeat unlearned lessons. Because I know from my personal view, I have so many family members that are actually karmic relationships that I'm supposed to balance out in this lifetime. And I already said I'm balancing out everything. Like I'm not, I'm not reincarnating or coming back. So yeah, guys, do you guys have any of those type of relationships? Because I know there's a lot of karmic. There's so many different karmic relationships. There are the ones where, like in Diddy's case, where a lot of people owed him on that past life, and they're paying for it in this one, or paying him his dues in this one. But there's also other past lives where people literally had karmic contracts to bring children into this world. So you'll see like this I don't even like unexplainable draw from certain couples, and they'll have a child together, and then once they have that child together, they'll like separate. And a lot of the times it's because that was their karma. They were meant to be brought together in this life to bring that child into this world. And once that karma's been fulfilled, 10 times out of 9, once you fulfill your karmic situation, once it balances out, you sort of get that strong pull that was there before is no longer there, most of the time. So yeah, guys, I want to hear if you think you may have certain past life connections with any of the people who are in your lives today. Comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Showing me, guys. That's really interesting. I'm going to try to see if I could come back with a part 2 of this video, see if they'll give me more. That's all I have on this one for right now. That was really interesting. I am going to look up that guy's name because I know who he is. And I know you guys know who he is, but blanking out like completely. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. You guys, if you have not subscribed yet, please, please, please. I know I hate to sound like I'm begging, but this is literally a new channel. Please subscribe, hit that like, hit that notification so you guys can get the heads up when I post these videos. And thank you guys so much for your continued support. I will catch you guys on the next video. I appreciate you guys. Much love. Bye.